My name is Luke Borzan, and I created Easy Track. My reasoning for creating this sports tracking system, specifically for soccer, was because when I played club soccer in Detroit and Kalamazoo, the teams use a software called VIO, which the camera is about $1,500, and then there's a subscription monthly. So my reasoning was I wanted to make a similar system that was free and could also track stats. The model is composed of a couple different parts. First is the data set, which is the brunt of the model. It's what is used to train it so that it can detect all of the objects. In my case, I used game film from my own games, and I annotated or just used the bounding box tool in RoboFlow to draw boxes around all of the players, the ball, and then the goal. And that allowed the model to then predict with video that it's never seen before where the players, the ball, and the goal is. After that, I trained the model, and then I deployed it into the PyCharm IDE. The main part of this code is the parse center ball function, which essentially takes the text file that is created by adding .text to the path that the user inputs. And essentially the text file is just a giant text file, I guess, of the positions of the bounding boxes as well as the class that each of those represent. So in my case, the ball was the number 2 class, the person was 0, and then the goal was 1. Then the parse center ball algorithm puts all of the centers of the ball into an array. Then I had to define the stats, which was the isBallStationary function. Essentially what the ball stationary function does is if it detects that the center of the ball has not moved between consecutive frames, then it will count that frame as a stationary frame. Then I write out the stationary frames, and I can tell what frames at which the ball was stationary or not moving. Then I use CV2, which allowed me to get the frames per second of the video. Then if I divided the stationary frames by the frames per second of the video, I would get the seconds at which the ball was not moving. I would follow the same process for the players and the goal as I did for the ball, which allowed me to get a ton more stats about the players, including the ground covered, maximum player velocity in a game, and some other stats pertaining to the players like goalkeeper save percentage, number of passes completed, which would also be very valuable stats. Thank you for watching the video.